Hey, what's up, brother? What can I do? I said, what can I do for you? Who am I here with?
Man, Trey Bowers. What's going on, DeVontay?
Oh, can you tell me where you from?
I'm from Dallas, Texas, actually.
Are you single or in a relationship?
I'm single.
So what would you say the dating market is like for men out here in Dallas?
I was saying, too, recently, it was definitely, like, slim pickings. Like, it was real slim. Recently, you know, I found a different stride that's been pretty good recently. Now, got one person, kinda. We'll see what happens with it.
So what's her name? No, I'm just kidding. Don't say that. Don't say that. I'm just kidding. No, but I just want to delve deeper into like what are the women collectively like in Dallas?
Gotcha.
Like if someone was to come out here and say, hey, what's the women like? I'm trying to, you know, find a partner.
If you, it depends on when you move, right? You know how guys be. Some of them want to explore their options or whatever. The women in here are beautiful, first and foremost. They are beautiful, but you just gotta know what you want, right? Because if you just moved out here, you may want to be around talking to different shorties. You can do that, but then you're gonna piss a lot of shorties off. Then you're not gonna have nobody to talk to. Second off, they really got their own careers for the most part. Like they do have their own shit going on, so make sure you got your own shit going on too. I would say if you come out here, you could find your wife.
So you would say this is the city of wives?
It is the city of wives. I mean, you got people coming out here from everywhere. I mean, look, we're in this park right now. You got people over here. You got people over there at the fountain, but it's so many people that aren't naturally from Dallas, being a natural Dallas Texan. Like, it's so many people from Delaware, New York, North Carolina, all moving here. So yeah, the city of wives for sure.
So I'm hearing a common theme that I don't really hear often in different cities. Both the men or women saying both people are really successful. There's no issues there. But on the women's side, they do say it's kind of difficult for them because the guys have a lot of options. Do you feel those options?
I mean, there could be too many options. like, I think I have experienced that personally, but I feel like the options are different levels, right? Because like sometimes you want, like for me, definitely want a woman that I can see like has a career, wants to grow in her life. But there's some options being a successful man that woman wants you because you are successful, like we've heard in different cities, right? I don't think it's a problem per se being a man having too many options, but I feel like it's harder to find someone that may be like-minded to you and you connect because you might be busy, right? Like for me, for work, like I know I'm only in Texas August and September. October, November, December, I'm gone until 2024. So like that's what you see a lot of times in Dallas. People travel, they do a lot of stuff. So like the time to really spend time with somebody, you gotta really be intentional about it.
So would you say that having a successful career is hindering your dating abilities?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, actually. Because I mean, I feel like if I'm going back in the past when my career wasn't to this point, I had more free time, right? Like I had more free time to shit, like let's go to a movie, let's do this. Now it's like I need to plan it to get to that point, right? Because at that point, if I don't plan this free time, I won't be able to spend really quality time with the woman, whoever I'm with, which you won't build any relationship. So yeah, I agree with that.
Coming from a guy, I think this would do one of the ladies kind of justice that I interviewed previously, because she took a lot of flack by saying that from a lot of people, but for coming from a primary source, you would say you could be lacking in your dating abilities because of your career, which is very interesting to hear.
Yeah, I mean, I would say, you gotta think, if there's only 24 hours in a day, right? And if 8-10 hours of that is going to work, then at that point I also got my own small business. I got a fragrance company. Then after that, I'm getting my MBA at SMU. So like, it's so many things. That 24 hours real small, right? So I got about 5-7 hours of free time every day that I really can like either watch TV or spend time with somebody else. Sometimes you don't want to talk to anybody because you're doing so much.
So what kind of woman would you say you would be more prone to being in union with being a successful guy? Or could you even be in a relationship at all?
I mean, I can. I definitely know I can be in a relationship. I think the woman for me definitely is successful in her own right. Like she understands like the communication is very trusting because I might not respond back, she might not respond back fast, but I know that she's doing something, you know what I'm saying? Like something's going on, but when we do connect, whether it's out here at the park or doing whatever, we're able to really spend time with each other and catch up, right? Like catch up, like, hey, how was your day? What was that time like? What was that project like? Whatever, because it's so much going on in between the relationship now when you're young, black, and successful.
So would you say, as a successful guy who is in and out of different states, you would not prefer a housewife type woman? You would prefer another woman who is also in her career bossing up?
First of all, I want there to be a sense of home between us, but I would prefer two people that are successfully moving in their career.
That's something different that I hear as well, because most guys would say they would prefer a housewife type of woman when they are successful. But here, it's different for you. Why would you say that?
Because like I can motivate myself, but it also motivates me seeing somebody I care about that much going harder and harder and harder and being a boss in her own right? So like if I'm around that, then I know like I gotta keep going up because she's not stopping.
So do you want kids?
I do want kids.
And so how would that work?
I
if
think
you don't want the housewife type of woman, and you're always going to be busy as well.
I think at the age of 25, right? 10 years at 35, completely different guy, right? Career more established. If you're working so hard on the front end to get established, I got more time to be like, look, I can move my schedule around. Because right now, like, we obviously answering to different bosses of people in our companies, different things like that. But as you get older, you gain more responsibility, become a boss. So like now I can like, yo, I'm gonna take some time off, let the team do that, and I can be here with the kids, be there with the family. So I think right now, like I do a lot of traveling, so I don't have to do it then, right? When I do have a family, when I do have a house. My personal business, Establishment Fragrance Company, we launched a month ago, sold 50% of the inventory already. So things
where can they find this fragrance?
So Establishment Fragrance Company, our first fragrance is called Heat of the Moment for summer 2023 into the fall. The website is estfragrance.com.
So in closing, what advice would you give to young brothers like yourself who are successful and is looking to be in union with someone, but you know, it's kind of difficult? Or would you say don't look for someone?
I think that's where I was going. I would say like don't actively look for someone, because if you are successful, you're gonna attract a lot of things that may not be what you are, right? Because you're doing so much that people are gonna want to be attracted to a winner, correct? But I would say focus on yourself, develop yourself, because you could literally be at work, be at the club, walk into somebody, and then if you feel a connection there, check them out, see what's going on, but don't be eager for the moment. Just walk into it.
Well, I appreciate you, brother. Tell us where we can find you.
Man, you can find me at t.bow20 on Instagram, tbow20 on Instagram, and that's also all my socials too. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, X now, all that.
All right, much love and light to you. Appreciate your time.